How's it going, everyone? Shifty here, and today I've got for you another solo flawless run of the Master Presage mission. In this one, I'm going to be running it on a Titan. I've already posted warlock and hunter runs for this season, so make sure to check those out. Anyway, before I get into my loadout for this one, if you end up enjoying the video, make sure to hit that like button. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. Alright, so in this one, I went with bottom tree Sunbreaker, and I'm rocking armamentarium. Then for my weapons, I have ignition code with spike grenades, I have the omnioculus SMG, and I'm running with the Deathbringer for my heavy weapon. Then for my armor mods, I'll quickly show you each piece of armor. If you need to see anything in more detail, just pause the video. That's it for my loadout in this one. Now, let's jump into it.
I'm receiving you, Guardian. The Vanguard saw value in our investigation.
In the past couple weeks, I posted a few videos showing my full solo flawless run of the Presage mission on a warlock and a hunter.
I expected you to be gone after the armistice.
Today I thought I'd round that out by showing it on a Titan.
Duty to its crew while Callus remains free.
What have you found in our absence?
Hidden records in Glycon's mainframe from your lost Guardian. They're decrypting as we speak. Transmitting the first decrypted message.
He's been drinking more and more of that royal slop. I see him pawing at the air for hours, laughing, eyes glazed over. There's another alignment tomorrow. Maybe I can slip.
In each of my videos, I used a slightly different loadout. I like to try and switch things up to make the activities feel fresh. In this one, I decided to go with Deathbringer for my heavy weapon, and I'm using bottom tree Sunbreaker with armamentarium. Now I could literally use ANARCHY for everything, but that would get a little bit boring.
What do you presume they are? The crown, the entity?
Idols, sustained by fixation until there is nothing left to read.
Don't get me wrong, ANARCHY is a great weapon, but now I really only use it for activities that require it, like if I'm going to solo a Grandmaster Nightfall. I'm going to throw a grenade down there, see if I can get some screebs. I activated the lever. Now I want to hop across this to get another lever. And I almost died right there. I definitely busted my ankles a little bit. And head down here to destroy a fuse, only to hop right back up again. Instead of jumping across, I'm going to hop down here and then ride the slide into the trash compactor. As soon as I pull this lever, I'm going to have to destroy 3 fuses hidden by grates. This is randomized, so I just kind of have to look for them. I'm going to throw a grenade to take out some of these screeds while I do so. I see all 3 of them already. Right here. Shoot the Warmind cell. And now I'm free to shoot these fuses. When all 3 of them are destroyed, you want to look for a grate with 4 red lights around it and then hop down in there. Now we're in the first room with some actual combat. When enemies start spawning, I'm going to throw a Deathbringer right over there into the middle of the room. Then I'm going to throw one right in front of me to take out this chieftain. Now I'm going to use my Oculus on these Ravagers. Looks like I spawned a Warmind cell. That'll be perfect. When more enemies start spawning, another Deathbringer shot into the middle of the room. And I'm going to prepare for more Ravagers as well. Warmind cell. And that cleared the room out. Now it's time to move on. Now I want to be totally honest with you guys, this isn't my first run of the night. I've been struggling a little bit getting this done tonight. On my Warlock and Hunter I did it pretty quickly, but this time I've been struggling on my Titan. I've been making really stupid mistakes. Alright, so first of all I'm going to shoot a Deathbringer shot up top there. That'll take out that Void Shielded Chieftain. Then I'm going to throw a grenade down here. Looks like I got a Warmind cell. That'll be nice for taking out some of the extra enemies down there. Now I'm going to focus on these Screeds up top. I got most of those Ravagers before they even spawned. So I spawned those Abominations pretty fast by taking care of a bunch of these enemies. Alright, looks like we have some more Screeds up here. One of them hopped down. I don't know where it's going to come back at. Right there. I'm trying to take this Chieftain out because I don't really want it harassing me while I'm trying to fight off the Abominations. And we're going to constantly have Screeds spawning. And the Chieftain down here is going to keep hiding from me. Might as well just shoot that Warmind cell. I'm running out of regular ammo as well. Now I can move on to this Abomination. Hopefully it backs away a little bit because I'm going to use my super. We have some Screeds off to the right. I'm going to worry about them in a moment. Right now seems like a good time. And we'll sit here in my sunspot, and I'm going to use field prep to fast reload. I imagine more Screeds are going to spawn any moment now. I'm going to try to kill it with Oculus to generate a Warmind cell, so then I can quickly destroy that Warmind cell. And I got Screeds that spawn, that's not ideal. I'm going to shield to protect myself. Now I'm going to head up here. There should be several Ravagers. You know what? I'm going to Deathbringer right out there by the Chieftain. That was pure luck that I survived that. My melee and my fire saved me. There's no question about that. Either way, somehow I lived. Hopefully, if you're trying to follow this, you don't make the same mistake that I did. Alright, we have Screeds spawning. I'm almost out of ammo. I'll just finish you since I don't have any primary ammo. I'll have to go grab some down here. This is honestly taking a little bit longer than I would have hoped as well. On the plus side, I do have some Deathbringer ammo down there. I gotta be careful for some screeds. Some spawning right now. And there's one right behind me. Luckily I moved out of the way. I will use a Deathbringer shot since those screeds kindly brought me some. And now that that's done, I can probably move on. Yeah, that took me a little bit longer than I would have hoped, and I made that massive mistake with that one group of Ravagers, but I still made it. I probably shouldn't have, but I did.
Has left us his shadow broods. The legionaries spread rumors saying he merged with darkness. He is dead. He fights to save us. Words dipped in false confidence. The Emperor is gone. None know where. May we abide his return.
No, it is a trick. He is hiding here or elsewhere. He did not simply vanish.
Like most YouTubers, I'm not going to upload all my failed attempts, so if you fail at this too, don't feel bad, because everybody does. It's just a matter of practice and learning how to fix the mistakes you are making. Alright, looks like my fire took out most of those screeds. I'm going to burst fire this fuse. Hop up here. Hit up this lever over here. That will open a small room down below where I can grab a spore buff. Said room is off to the left here. And now I want to head to the opposite side. In this room we're going to find some screeds. Some there. And there. Alright, I do see some heavy ammo. So I took out all but one corrupted lurker. Alright, so I'm going to Deathbringer over by that chieftain. I'm going to Deathbringer back by the chieftain back there. And now all I have is this corrupted lurker. Backtrack a little bit to take out this Scorpius turret. And take out the fuse inside. Might as well swing by and grab that heavy ammo really quick. Grab a spore buff, and now I can move on. There will be 2 orange bar screeds down there. What I'm going to do, toss a grenade, and that should take care of them. Then I'm going to grab this same spore buff that I grabbed earlier, only this time I'm going to go through a different passageway. I'm going to go ahead and pop my super in this room because I will get it back right before the boss fight with a rally banner. Now that the room is cleared out, I'm going to head over here. Hit this lever up. Shoot this fuse. That will open up a room on this side of the room to grab a spore buff.
Lies in a bad way after the dive, hull twisting.
And now I'm going to head back.
Whole crew rattling around in my skull like they're thinking for me. Scorn. What they used to be, what they are.
Alright, I'm going to try something here. I know there's an enemy over there. I'm going to shoot a Deathbringer and see if it tracks it.
Gotta clip their horns, especially.
It did, actually.
We're dead.
Likewise, I'm going to shoot one over here. And while that's happening, I'm going to shoot this fuse. And backtrack to grab the spore buff over here. Destroying that fuse earlier opened that doorway, which will allow me to refresh my spore buff in here. I'm going to skip this enemy. And here's the rally banner for the boss fight. Grab a spore buff. And I'm going to drop down into the boss arena. The boss is going to spawn right over there. Gonna slam attack right where I just was, so I'm gonna head over here. Just keep grenade launching until it teleports away. And when it does, it's gonna go down to the lower level where we'll be doing most of the DPS later on. Warmind cell, perfect. I'm going to head off over here and use a grenade on this chieftain. And let's see if I can get a Warmind cell from these enemies right here. Should be able to. That should break the chieftain's shield as well. It did. As soon as the first group of enemies is down, you're going to get 4 more stalkers, 1 on each side, or 2 on each side of me. When all of the enemies are down, go ahead and activate all 3 councils. There's 1 here, 1 on the opposite end of the room, and then 1 in a small room right here. When you go for the 3rd one in this room, don't step in there. Kill the enemy first, then when you're ready, head in because you will take damage. And then you can activate the 3rd council. So what I'm going to do now, head off to boss DPS. How this is going to work is the boss is going to teleport on top of me because that's what it does, oddly enough. So I'm going to head to the opposite side, I guess. Gonna stay stationary right there. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just super. I'm not gonna mess around too much with this. I'm gonna hop up here for my own safety. That might be enough to make it move on to the next damage phase. It was. So I think Deathbringer is going to be an issue here. I don't know if it's going to be able to handle doing damage if I don't have my super. And a grenade. My grenade apparently bounced in a weird direction. And that one too. Okay. Good thing I got a Warmind cell there. Looks like there's another Warmind cell up top there. And I wasn't quite able to take it out. I got it just in the nick of time. I think I only have 1 chieftain left over here. Break his shield. And 4 stalkers will spawn. Wait for them to spawn, destroy that warmine cell, and now I'm going to activate each of the councils. I'm only about halfway to my super right now, but I do see plenty of heavy ammo lying around. Head in. Activate the 3rd council. I'm actually going to try to play it a little bit safer. Looks like we're going to have enemies spawn up here. On the 2nd and 3rd damage phase, you're going to have enemies that spawn up top. On the 2nd damage phase, you're just going to have stalkers. On the 3rd, you're going to have chieftains to deal with. So you have to keep that in mind if you're hopping up for safety. I didn't want to hop down there yet. It doesn't look like I'm going to have to use my super when I get it here. We'll have to wait and see, but it's really frustrating when this boss teleports. And now, after all of the issues I've been having all night, I have contacting Destiny servers popping up. That is not a good sign. I guess I'll just throw a grenade over there. I have 4 minutes to finish off this damage phase and do another one. Enemies spawned up top now. That was a good Deathbringer, surprisingly. If all of them were like that, I'd be good to go. Well, that finished off the damage phase. At least in the next one, I'm going to have my super. Warmine cell, that's great. That's a great start to this set of chieftains. Not so great when the chieftain's just moving around like that. Alright, the stalkers are going to spawn. 2 minutes heading into the 3rd damage phase. This is definitely going to get interesting. I know I said in my hunter one I wasn't sure if I'm going to get it. Well, I also feel the same way right now. We'll see if I do get this. I head in here. I'm going to try to Deathbringer the boss a little bit before I use my super. And now we're going to have a bunch of enemies up top here and try to get past them. I had to do it. It is debuffed right now. Okay. That was interesting. Is that going to be enough? It was enough. I got it. It was enough and I got it. That was a rough run. I hope this run helped you realize that everybody makes mistakes. Anyway, if you found this video useful or helpful in any way, make sure to like and subscribe. I just want to thank you for watching and I'll catch you on the next one.